Hi guys, welcome back to Gloss and Sparkle. So what I have for you today is a super easy tutorial. This is a beading tutorial and we're going to learn how to make this very quick and simple earring, this triangular earring, and this is actually using the metal pieces that I got from Pandahall Elite. If you saw my last video, you know that's where I showed these initially, and so we're going to learn how to make an earring out of one of these. Today I'm going to be using some 8-0 seed beads. These are both from Miyuki. I have some matte black and some regular, not matte, white. And you can use whatever seed beads you want. I'm also going to be using some 6-pound Fireline in the shade Smoke and a size 10 beading needle. You can use whatever size you want, honestly, because these beads are so big that they're really going to be comfortable for any size beading needle, 10, 12, 11, whatever you want to use. So I'm going to take about a yard of Fireline, as you can see here. It's typically what I do for almost all of my projects because really you can always add thread. You can't really take away. I mean, you can cut off your excess, but then you've wasted it. So you can always add more. So I'd rather have just the right amount. So here we go. So I've threaded my needle with about a yard of thread. I'm gonna get all of this out of the way. We can keep this little guy over here. And so let's get out some of the beads, shall we? Kind of need those. All right. So here are some beads, and get some of the white. Okay. So let's see, how many did we put on this one to begin with? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's how much I'll do on this one as well. So we're going to start with 12 white beads. Okay, so get on your needle one single bead, and it seems tricky at first. This first row is the hardest, but from there on out it's pretty easy. So what you're going to do is going to take your needle and go underneath the bar. This is the bottom of the triangle. Underneath it, you're going to come to that bead, and I kind of just like to let that bead rest on my finger. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I kind of like to let that bead rest on my finger until all of the, not all of the string, but just enough to sew in. So I'm gonna do like maybe 4 inches of string is left. Then I'm going to take my needle and go up through that same bead. So basically you're making a loop around the bottom bar of the triangle. And when you do that, you're just gonna hold it and pull it through. So this is what is going to happen. So now it basically just attaches the bead to your metal piece. So now what I like to do is just take this little ender piece, this 4-inch ender piece that you've created, and just kind of hold that away because we don't need to work with that right now. So now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to pick up another white bead. We're going to go underneath the bar. Hold that. Make sure that bead stays. Make sure the white bead doesn't go underneath the bar. It stays above it. Now when you're almost there, you're just going to come up that same bead. Just like that. And then pull it through. And pull it tight, and it will sit directly next to the last bead. So that's basically all you're going to be doing. Let's do it again. And if it gets, if it comes over here, just scoot it back. Scoot it back to the top where it needs to be. It's that easy. All right, let's do it again. Single white bead underneath the bar with the needle, making sure the bead does not go underneath the bar. Pull, 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 pull. When you're almost there, go back up that white bead. Oop. Make sure you're going back, if I can get it here. There we go, going back up that white bead. And this will go faster as you get the hang of it. I'm trying to hold this in a way that, you know, you're able to see it. And so that maneuvering is kind of making it a little difficult for me. So that's all you're gonna do for this entire row. Meet me back here when we've finished the entire row and we can start the second row. Okay, so now I have put on all 12 of my white beads, and that was the first row. From here on out, it's super simple. What I like to do is flip my piece, because I like to work this way, especially when I'm filming. So now basically you're gonna pretend that each one of these little thread bridges, each one of these is a bridge, and each one of those is going to represent the bottom bar of the metal piece. So you're gonna do the exact same thing that you did do, only with the black beads now. So picking up a black bead, coming underneath the thread bridge, underneath, and that bead will just kind of hold there. It's not going to go underneath the thread bridge. When you're almost there, pull, then you're going to go up the black bead, just like that, pull it through, and it's going to attach right in between those two white beads, those first two. So let's go ahead and do it again. Pick up a black bead, go to the next thread bridge, underneath, pull, 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 go up through that black bead, pull, and it's going to attach right there to the top again. And it's going to decrease in number of beads every row you do, until it finally comes down to a point. So let's do that one more time. You're going to go underneath the thread bridge, pull, and then go, I kind of like to pull my string a little bit too to make it tighter, so I can makes it easier to get through that black bead. Go through that black bead, pull, and you're attached. So you're going to do this the same way, just attaching beads, flipping it, and then starting again on the thread bridges the entire way down until you get to one bead. So I'll meet you back here in a few minutes and we can start. I'll show you what to do toward the end. Okay, so I just finished putting on my last black bead for that row, for that second row. So what I wanted to do is just show it to you one more time how to start a new row in case you didn't get it that first time. So what I do is I flip my piece, and this row we're going to be working with white beads. Grab my needle, strap on a white bead, here we go, and then you're going to find that first thread bridge, which is right here. Go underneath, pull, 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 and then go up through that bead and pull it tight. One more time. Pick up a bead underneath the second thread bridge, pull it through, oh, got my mat, pull it through, and then go up that same bead. Okay. Now I will meet you back here when we're done so I can show you how to tie off your knots. Okay, so I'm about to put my last bead on. I have my black bead on my thread, and I'm going to go ahead and go under this last thread bridge, pull it tight, and then go up through the bead to add my last bead. So there we have our entire triangle now, which is awesome because this literally took like 5 minutes. Okay. So now in order to tie this off, what I personally like to do is go, let's see, let me just make sure you can see. I'm coming out of that black bead right there. I want to go up. You'll notice that there's one thread attached on this side. I want to go up through the other side, and I'm just going to go up through that first bead, that first white bead on the diagonal, and it just kind of secures it there. Then I like to just kind of work my way up a couple more of those end beads. Make sure you don't get caught. There we go. Maybe up another one. And it's up to you how you want to finish this. You can do a half hitch knot here. I'll just show you. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So for the sake of showing you, I'll show you how to do a half hitch knot. So you're going to find that thread that's right here. So you're coming out here, find the nearest thread, go up through that thread, and just make a knot. Come through the loop and pull it tight. And that's going to make a knot, which is awesome. The other way that I like to finish this off is just by going up through some beads and then just making a quick thread path. So like I'm coming out of this one, I could go up through, I could go back down through a black one like that, and then pull it through, and then go back up that same black one, that first black one. It just kind of goes around the beads basically to kind of knot it up, and then go through here. You just want to kind of follow any thread path that you've already been through, as long as your thread doesn't show. And that really helps. You can even go up into the middle of it. It gives it more structure. It just really helps it to be secure. And you're going to do the same exact thing with this one. With this thread that you initially put on, only I like to go down. So it's coming out facing downward. So you're going to go down that triangle. And you can do the same thing. You can half hitch knot it if you want, or you can just travel all around and make sure you're nice and secure. But after that, all you do is add on your earring hook, your earring wire, and you're done. So that is the finished project, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out these metal pieces for yourself, I will leave the website for Pandahall Elite, including the link to these, in the description box below. As always, leave me a comment if you want to. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, I thank you so much for watching Gloss and Sparkle. I'll see you next time. Bye!